What is going on? Support 9, back at it on time. Want to get right into this, man, and show you what I'm working with here. And what we got is Chance the actor, rest in peace, Chance Perdomo, passes away at age 27, joins the 27 Club, Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, a few others. The drummer from the Doors, I can't remember, Jim Morrison, I think his name is. I can't remember his name. All passed away at 27. Getting into it, just real quick, everybody's paying attention to the boat situation that happened in Baltimore, as they should. The bridge collapse that happened in Baltimore, as they should. But no one's really going to pay attention to this. This guy's passing away. And it's obvious that something happened here. I mean, first thing off the bat, starting off nice and easy, okay? 56 becomes a thing. All right, so he passes away on a 56 numerology. And for those who are new to Gematria and how that works, 56 has a lot to do with the Society of Jesus. And kind of giving you a crash course on that as well, if I could. See if I can do that quickly. I'm trying to do this video without pausing. I promise you that. Here's the book. So this is a book that a lot of folks in the mud flood community don't know about. A lot of folks in the Gematria community do not know about. And it is a book on arithmetic. Simply that. It was created, as you can see, at 1665. So it goes back a year or two. And it kind of goes around about 100 years or so after they created the actual Gregorian calendar. I think it was like 1580 something. They created that. 1582, I do believe. Now, this book, and I talked about it in other Rumbles and other YouTubes. I don't think on YouTube, but I did talk about it on Rumble. This book goes into a few things. You have illustrations of the Eye of Providence. It talks about numerology as well in this book. And numerology is old. But what's happened with the mud flood is this may have been the resurrection of numerology in the higher echelon of society without us knowing about it. And it goes into talking about drawing from the ideas of Pythagoras, sorry, butcher that. We have Gnosticism, Kabbalah, and goes into a few other things. Significance of numbers in astrology, divination, matches. They've been doing it for a long time. That's the point. They've been doing this for a long time. So when you get back into this, number 56, Society of Jesus, they branded their name like a tattoo with that number being a big one. It comes up a lot. It matches other terms. So you have like the comeback kid, Tel Aviv, Israel, 2.5 Men, Adolf Hitler, mind control, a few other things are there. And it's been 56 days since King Charles. He's back in the news. Welcome back, King Charles. You can see that he attends Easter service. He was put down the cancer diagnosis on February 5th. And it's been 56 days between that. And I can kind of show you that instead of just talking about it. Yeah, I do a couple of dates here, people. Okay. So if I did this one till, I don't think it was, it's a motorcycle. Sorry, 54 days. I stand corrected. And I will edit. But 54 also goes with them. And I'm not above it. I will check out what that 54 kind of matches as well. Get back to this right now, actually. Do it on the fly. Why not? What do we got? We got a few 54s this way, but Jesuit order. There you go. See it live and live in color, folks. You can see my madness. But Jesuit order 54. So if I go over here, make it a bit simpler for everybody, a bit more kosher. Jesuit. Order. There you go. Here, I'll even do this. There you go. Oh, you know what? That's not good enough. You know what I'll do? I'll even do this. There you go. These are the matches of 54 in that same cipher. Oh, look at that. Old Kobe Bryant. So, not that that matters. Okay, let's move on to things that won't get me banned. And should have updated. I think I saved it. See if I saved it, folks. There it is. Changes have been made, but still very important. It ties towards the Society of Jesus, aka the Jesuit order. I knew I had him somewhere. Okay, just keep going. And the 27th Club, kind of what I want to talk about with that is September 27th being a big day for not just Society of Jesus, right? But just coincidentally and only a coincidence, because that's all it'll be, right? Can't be anything else. Sure, give me that tea. Now you type in the dark once and you think you got it. Anyways, celebrate Google's birthday every September 27th. Whoa. Who else we got September 27th? My friend and yours. Perdomo. So, a few things to note for September 27th. And for my next trick, we'll be checking out exactly how many days left in the year you had on March 29th. So, on that day, there's 277 days, folks. Okay, usually there's not. You got me. You caught me red-handed, but this year's special. It's a leap year. So, because of that, 277 to 59th prime, as you can see. Slave equals 59. You know, kind of putting on those narratives without going too deep into it. But 59 is also the 17th prime, which goes back to Masonry. And Masonry was first established, quote unquote, with this new post-mud flood narrative on 1717. Michelle Gibson talks about YouTube. If you ever check out Michelle Gibson and the Old World Order, probably make like one of my what do you call it now? I have another playlist outside of this Gematria playlist on YouTube. I'll probably put it there. But anyways, the Old World Order. Say that 5 times fast. The Old World Order is basically the timeline is like 1492, 1942, like somewhere between those 2 years, time span. In the middle of that is actually this 1717. And 1492, obviously, you know, Christopher Columbus, if that really happened. There's just a lot of, you know, weird stuff that happened around that time. If that's true, wholeheartedly, then 1492 obviously is a big year. I think it's just big because Ignatius Loyola was born in 1491. So I think that's why it's really big. But the 1492 big kerfuffle and move of people between that and the Manhattan Project. There's a certain amount of years, and right between there is this, which is kind of crazy because the Freemasons and Masonry equaling 17. It's weird how the mud flood theory and the Gematria tie together when you kind of use the numbers to support the theories. But this kind of just talks about how it's in the easiest of ciphers. You can see that it equals 59. The cipher I think is so easy is this ABC 123 cipher. That's what I'm thinking is easy because it kind of, I don't know if you remember from school, but I remember seeing like this part, like ABC 123. I remember seeing this part in school, and I didn't know, and maybe they didn't either. But it's called Ordinal Gematria, which is fantastic. But Friday, was Good Friday, and that also has a 59 to it. Also has a 59 to it, is Killed by My Debt. And think about where we are right now economically all over the world. And, this show comes out in yesteryear with the same numerology as Good Friday when the star actor of that show passed away. Odd things, odd ties. But in this show, he plays a man named Jerome Rogers who passed away, and aired on BBC iPlayer. Available on BBC iPlayer on May 29th. So it's taking that date. So couldn't really find any other dates. If anybody else finds the other dates, let me know. I'm a man who likes to make changes if I have to. But May 29th, what's interesting about that is that that's the first date of the BAFTA, the British Academy Film I don't know what the TA stands for. But May 29th, 1949, that was the big day, folks, when they took the red carpet, okay, for the first time. And that's also the first time that the show aired on this thing. And I was like, that's really weird. And then, boom, BAFTA's like, man, we're sad about this. Can't believe he passed away. And they shared it on X. And then if you go from the time span of like that to when he passed away, you get this 2131. And then that ends up being the 321 prime. Pretty simple. 321 blast off, right? Good Friday is 321. We talked about Copperfield. If you don't know, I'll kind of show you quick. It's the only time I get to show you guys exactly what's going on with these blogs, so you can kind of see what's going on with these decodes. But David Copperfield came up. I'm not gonna go through it, but it was nuts. Okay, it was nuts. And yeah, here comes again. Anyways, Jupiter, they can't stay away from old subliminal Roman gods being thrown into celebrity death. Happens sometimes. Anywho, 321 days, if you do the math on that, count with your fingers and toes, it is 70 months exactly, 0 days. And Chance, his first name, equals 70 in standard and English Kabbalah, as does slavery, kind of tying back to that old. I don't know if he was a willing sacrifice. That happens sometimes. And I don't know if people know what that is. And a willing sacrifice is somebody who kind of knows that something like this may happen. And the whole thing is to kind of pull on the heartstrings of those that are the fans. For monetary value, for mind control value, for emotional control value, which is how you control the mind in that sense. It's like, if another big celebrity was to pass away and they kind of knew it was going to happen, and I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know if they have a contract signed or if they're willing or like they've been part of this for like since they're a kid. And they knew the day is going to come up someday. It's like reverse of how we live our lives. We're kind of like looking for optimism. You might be pessimistic livers in that sense. Not sure, but he was on weird shows like this. Sabrina the Teenage Witch was a weird show. And I don't know if he was like a slave to the industry, if you will, That's why I'm getting these ties to this number. That's where so I'm going off on this drift and tangent. I also like to go on drifts and tangents. That's a bit of both, folks. Okay. Anyways, so now we're back on Sabrina. So Sabrina aired on a certain date and stopped on a certain date. And from the time it started, okay, so when this tragedy happened, 283 weeks. And in one of the ciphers, Chance Perdomo, full name, full stop, equals 283. That's a 61st prime. Okay, now that's important because motorcycle accident, I hope I spelled accident correctly, motorcycle accident also equals 61. And that's important because he passed away like that. So, there's that. Plus, 61 is the 18th prime, and BAFTA TV, the place where he was awarded for playing Jerome Rogers on, the dead. What's going on? Killed by My Dead. I almost forgot it. Killed My Dead. Okay, well, that's 18 as well. It kind of ties all the way up back to this. It's kind of weird how that happens, huh? Sacrifice is another term that equals an 18, but they added another 0 to it. So it doesn't look like an 18, but it is. And 39. Now 39 matters because when Sabrina ended to when the tragedy happened, so let's slow down. Let me just slow down. Okay. This is the beginning of when Sabrina started, right? Till when he passed away. You scroll down. This is when the end of when Sabrina ended until he passed away, and that's a 3-year, 90-day difference. Like the number 39, like the term sacrifice. It gets deeper than that, okay? But that was part of it, and so yeah, it has like a above so below tangent to it. And you kind of add that in. I don't know what his character was like in the show. I can't remember. I watched the show, but I'm not really good at. I'm not like a showy. People are like foodies. I'm not a showy. I don't know like what happened. I can't remember, but I remember that he was in it. I do remember that. He played this like sidekick-ish sort of character. I do remember that. The as above, so below concept is kind of weird because it has a lot to do with the show and how they were kind of normalizing the occult nature of witchcraft and stuff, and it's important to note that that's their religion, and it's been their religion for a long, long time. And it ain't going to change. And another thing about the mud flood, I was kind of talking about it earlier. The mud flood again. Aleister Crowley. He was right there, right? He's part of the whole switcheroo thing. I don't know if how old he was when some of these great fires were happening and all that stuff. Why he turned to magic in the first place. But he was like the usherer in of a lot of these concepts of as above, so below. And when we talk about Sabrina the Teenage Witch or anything like that, or even Gematria, he has a lot to do with it as well. Kabbalah, anyways. So I know there's some ties to some of these things, guys. Like for instance, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which was I think sometimes they put the, but I think sometimes we just put the. It was actually called Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Why do I think that? Huh? Because of this. That's why. So we go back. That has a term in a cipher called primes, and it's 89. And March 29th was the 89th day. Regularly, it probably would have been the 88th day, but it's a leap year, like I told you earlier. So it looked like this was planned, man, from quite some time. Okay, and then ties. So this is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. The numerology between like the actual numerology of the start date of when it actually kicked off, and 74 and 47 became a thing, and Gematria is a thing with that, and occult is there, and then you have the actual date 329 itself. If you took it numerologically, so 329, it factors by 7 times 47, which I don't know how much more obvious they can make this grouping. And then you have Perdomo, his last name, 329. Killed by My Debt. He played, the guy named Jerome that had a 33 and 3 to us. This is where I'm tying it from the actual Sabrina narrative, and then you have the actual Chance the Rapper tie narrative where Chance may be in danger in the future. I haven't really heard of him like rapping lately. Maybe he did drop a track, guys. Maybe he did drop a track. I just don't remember exactly what that is. It wasn't maybe the banger that caught my attention. And usually what that happens when you have rappers who are falling off, or NBA players or NFL players or celebrities, etc., when they start drifting back to the like normalcy, they usually end them before that, and there wasn't anything really horribly wrong with Chance the Rapper that I remember at all about his image or who he is as a person, none of that stuff. That don't matter when we speak about Gematria kill dates. I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know if he's getting lined up, is what I'm saying. Because I was doing the etymology on Chance. I don't know if we bring that up. Let's see here. Etymology. Yeah. Here's the etymology on Chance, and it basically means money, like somebody who deals with money, etc. And we're dealing with like an economic reshuffling here. So I don't know if killing the chances has something to do with symbolizing knocking off or changing our money stream or anything like that economic. I'm talking globally because that's where they're trying to move us, right, with these CBDCs. But yeah, so Jerome 3033 started coming up. That kind of ties to where his three had in that sense. He was 27 when he passed away. I'm talking about Chance Perdomo. And because of that, you have Chance the Rapper's last birthday equaling 27. 27 is a ritual number. I can do that quickly without doing anything crazy. I go select base. Put in ritual. Nice and easy spelling. You can see that big 27 in the middle there. That's what I mean. It's a ritual number. That's another reason why I think 27 is that number outside of the September 27th date. Probably should have put that, but I live with my heart, I live with my heart. Anyways, with Chance the Rapper as well, between his birthday to when Chance Perdomo passed away, it was approximately 349 days. And you got Chance Jonathan Bennett, Jonathan, equaling 3,490 in one of the ciphers. Take off the zero, and that's a 349. Okay. And 349 is a 70th prime. And 70th goes back up to what we were speaking about before. When we were talking about, it had a pretty dark element to it. Speaking about this, yes, 70 months being the same as 2,131 days. And then we go down and we have 70 again. I went too far. 70 again. Okay, pop it up. And his first name, got that 56 in it. I want to show you this 47. I want to show you the 74. And oh, yes, I want to show you this 186 as well. 74 and 47 are old friends of ours from the last Rumble. I was kind of telling you about the importance of these numbers to these guys. It shows up everywhere. You take his birthday, Chance the Rapper, to Chance the Actor, and you get 186 days in between them, similar to Chancellor, his first name. So there's your ties between the two guys. And there's more here, but I kind of stopped there with it. Nobody really uses the multiplication thing when you're doing the Gematria dates like this part. They don't really use it at all, but it pops up a lot. And it pops up here, kind of showing you that. So Jesuit order again popping up at 864. Jesuit order equal 54. I showed you that. Not to do it again, but and another cipher is Sumerian, which I can't stress enough is the same architectural belief system these guys have been using. They're using it the same the whole time. That Babylonian quote unquote Sumerian tie towards their belief system. Anyways, the numbers of it speaks volumes. You have them kind of pop up again like a tattoo on this date that he passes away. To what cause? Not sure. But we do know that there's also this tie towards the Jesuit order, the Sabrina tie again. Between those two dates, it's actually 26 months and 6 days. The 2 dates is when it started and stopped. 26 months, 6 days. Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 266 Pope. Okay. And then if you did it weeks instead, you get the word occult, like what their whole theme was of the show. And there he is, our friend. May you rest in peace. But these are some of the ways that Gematria kind of works. So basically, in this one, what I'm saying is they tattooed his name to that date and let us know about it by watching Sabrina and playing along with being those people who are watching the shows. We didn't get to see the time span in between, and they counted the days before they made their play. Anyways, I got more to say, but I'll leave it for another day. Follow me on Rumble. Follow me on YouTube. I don't think it's a thing to subscribe on YouTube. I think you have to subscribe on Rumble as well. And follow me on X. I'll post the stuff there too. And yeah, it's your boy Nine. I'll be back another time. And I'm out, folks. Take care.